Let us and apostles of Great Millstone. All praises to Yahweh, Shem Shai, Shem Kakodash. Shalom to the one dot Hebrew Israelites, Zechariah 13:8, which are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are still pressed together, as well as bloodline. Okay, according to the book of Jeremiah 50:33, but to whom so lay belong the adoption, the glory, the covenants, the giving of the law, the service of God, and the promises, according to the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 4. Ecclesiastes 10:7, I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth, KJV 16 and 11. Yeah, really you are a servant until the kingdom comes. This is Job 33:15 and 17. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon man, in slumberings upon the bed. Yeah, because you slumber in the bed like more than you think. Okay, also you have certain sounds, like, and then you ask the people in the morning, and they say, "Oh, I sleep quiet." Okay, really they don't know it. Okay, like then he opened the ears of men and sealed their instruction, that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from men. Yeah, and if you think about the dream that I had to start with, it's just that I wanted to read it before. And I really, I think it was a really special dream, because oftentimes I don't have nightmares. But for me it wasn't really a nightmare. Okay, it was kind of like being, I don't know, on a certain mission or something, I don't know. Okay, but really, I was in a house, and there was a couple of women, or I don't know, but they had knives, right? They had knives, and they was trying to stab me. And I believe one of those women actually made it to hit me to stab me with one knife in the arm. I don't know. Okay, but I was really on adrenaline. I don't know, but I was kind of like not afraid. Just how you want to be, right? In the truth, you don't want to be afraid of nothing, really. Okay. So what I experienced was that all of a sudden, it's not like I felt some kind of pain. So really, I was shocked maybe that she was stabbing me. Okay, was a certain now I know it was a surprising attack, right? It was a surprising attack. You had her with a really long knife, then you had another one, I believe, with also another knife. Then I was not running, but first I was like just checking the situation, if it's really what I see. Then after these two tried basically to kill me, I believe, I was running. I started to run, and they followed me, and I believe 30 or 40 meters away, I knew that I was too far away for them to follow me. So I really was, like, I know it from my life, I'm fast on my feet, right? Which in this situation I had to run with my feet. And guess what? I never felt so powerful in a dream before. you know Not because they were women. Women are naturally weak, but what I mean is, that's why they had these knives, right? But what I mean is, that same day I was getting some new oil, some omega-3 oil, right? Which I used it before, but last time when I was using it, it was like um, like a cheaper version of it, and really you had a the amount, the doses, okay, was too little, okay, was too it should be much more. So I took that oil that evening, And this was the night, I believe, where I had that dream. Okay, so that shows that nutrition is really important. Okay, and sometimes it depends even on details, especially if you think about omega-3 and certain vitamins. Okay, vitamin B12, certain things. If you really miss on them, then like let's be honest. Sometimes I don't know why, but sometimes my brain says, "Oh, you have to spend some, you have to save some money." So it's what I did last month. I was saving money, so I can come out better when it comes to my nutrition plan, because I knew I had to rebuild my whole plan, because I found out that Germany has its standards under what the human body actually needs. Okay, just to make you stay sick. Okay, just like in the pharma industry. Okay, this is what they do. They don't give you the real healing stuff. They give you the stuff that just fights the symptoms, but not the source. Okay, that's actually the whole thing. Okay, so what they do with these supplements, okay, supplementing things that you can buy. They say you need, let's say you need, uh, okay, 1 spoon. They would say you need 1 drop just to make you stay sick, right? And that's what I found out about at least some, important vitamins, uh, yeah, and especially those I mentioned, but also different others. Okay. Yeah. So in the dream, I wasn't prideful. I wasn't. Fearful, and I. I wasn't even angry. Okay. I was just so in peace with my body, with my temple, that I was not even feeling the stabbing. Okay, I was not even getting what is it? Fearful or something. Okay, I was just chilling basically. Okay, because my body was in peace with me. Okay, my temple was in peace with my spirit. That's what I mean with getting those certain vitamins for your body. You might think you don't need it, but trust me, you need it, and especially in hard times, you need that extra supplement, or that extra vitamin. Okay, you can get it to food, but also to supplements. If you think you eat not enough on that vitamin, then you want to take a supplement maybe. Okay, if it's the right word. Yeah, I think so. So this is Matthew 24 and 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the whole world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. Yeah, and especially if you once made a plan, I hope you did that. You made a plan, maybe. Okay, this is what I mostly eat. You can use ChatGPT, trust me. Okay, this is what I mostly eat. Show me where I miss on certain vitamins. Okay, because let's be honest. Okay, uh, nobody has every last day in the year, okay, the chance to cook 3 different meal a day. Okay, don't tell me that. Okay, um, all people sometimes have a little bit more stress in a week than in another. Okay, or maybe you're on holiday, you don't have, you are not at home, you can't cook. Okay, different stuff. Okay, so really, of course. Okay, I just found out that 9 out of 10 people lack a certain vitamin. Okay, how is that if everybody is eating perfect all day? Again, that's not the case. Okay, so if you at one point of time made a plan, then keep up that plan, okay? And if you ask yourself when is the right time to make my plan perfect, then trust me, it's now, okay? There's nothing more important than to work on that, because with that as basic space, you will have an easier time the whole day to the day, getting on other difficult tasks. Okay, see, for then shall be, verse 21, 24. Matthew 24, 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor nor ever shall be. Yeah. So, just the thought of being in a difficult time, but you have like the most important thing, which is using wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to keep your body alive. Basically, you don't use it. I know some. I just told you, okay, that the last month I was thinking that if I save money, then I can get those better supplements, right? And that's actually it came to pass that way, but I know myself I should have started earlier. Okay, I know that myself, but it's okay, As soon now I know how to do it. Okay, before I always had here a problem, then there a problem, and here a new study that came out. So really, I was not sure. Even when I had all the studies done before, I was not sure how to really better it without having the money for it. Okay, so that's why I stopped for a certain time, and now I'm back and I'm feeling even better because I have different supplements that are even better. And how is that? Yeah, actually true. Even more study on the topic nutrition, but also talking with people. Okay, trust me, there are people who love to talk with you sometimes. Okay, you just think, oh, they hate me because I'm an Israelite. They hate me, because I'm in the truth. Not always. Okay, not always. If you keep life for what it is, then if you have the same interest as a person, then that person automatically finds you attractive. Okay, but if you talk with woman or man for no reason about the truth, even if it's not the place or the time for it right now. Okay, for example, you see somebody from your work. That's the main example. Okay, so if you tell him about the truth just because you're out of your job, next day everybody knows your YouTube channel. Trust me, you don't want that. Okay. So this is Jeremiah 36-8. Ask ye now, and see whether a man do it travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Alas, for the day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Okay, so Jacob's trouble, which everybody will feel it. Okay, you will need a cool head. And how can you have a cool head? It's by keeping your body cool. How you keep your body cool? Okay, by getting those benefits to your body. Okay, again, trust me, there are certain vitamins that you miss on. Okay, check it out. It's not everybody has the same taste when it comes to food. Okay, let's say somebody eats in a week 5 times rice. Another one eats in a week 4 times noodles, and always that one pizza in a week. Okay, actually, just that alone is different vitamins. You know, like they always tell you have to use different food, mix it so you have really wide experience a wide, what is it, a big number of different uh, different different vitamins. Okay, and the truth to that is that's white. Okay, but look at the costs and look how defiled uh, certain food is already. Okay, that both together means you have to check what is in your diet the main things that miss. Trust me, ChatGPT can do that. Will do it for you. That's maybe what you need. Okay, and if you know, okay, so maybe for you, let's say you are that and that type. Okay, then for you it's maybe you should eat more. You should eat more, or you should have more vitamin C. Okay, just an example. Can come out, but it's not really what I think too much, but it can be. Okay, maybe not on priority 1, but on priority maybe 5, 6, 7. I don't know. Depends. Okay, or maybe even on 1 or 2. It's a little bit different person to person. Okay, um, so what happens is, okay, you find out that you have to eat that food basically every day in a certain amount to get your lost vitamin C. And guess what? The chance that you do that is high, okay, but it can be that you don't like that, okay. So what happens is you maybe want to buy just for that supplements, okay. Everything else, or oil, which there are even sprays, okay, really interesting, especially the oils if you ask me, but okay. Yeah, and with the other stuff it's okay, but just for that vitamin you get that oil, for example. Is that a good idea? Yes, because if you don't overdo it with the supplements, because you have people, okay, uh, only living by supplements and shakes, okay, and they are mostly the people that also drink food instead of eating food, okay, which, science is, sometimes, I believe your brain needs, of course, a little bit in the day, okay, a few times. It needs you to eat on something with your teeth, okay, not just drinking it. Might you know like we are not Bear Grylls, okay, where you have to where you have to hunt your deer, okay, before you go to bed, okay, before you have your meal, your lunchtime, okay. So why acting as if stuff is not available? We have stuff available, and not everything is super defiled. Yeah, everything is a little bit at least defiled, but look at the water, okay? How is it that we have good water quality? Okay, so it's not everything is even defiled, you would say. Okay, some of the best waters are also here in Europe or in Germany. Some of the best, not you know, you know, which I think Italia has one of the best. It's called how is it called? Yeah, you maybe know what I mean. Okay, it's one of the best waters. Um, yeah, okay. So your mood and how often you do videos, maybe. Okay, how you see people. It all depends sometimes on these things. Okay, and if you're overly not interested in eating right, then you will see that it will depend actually only on those things. Okay. And this is verse 8. For it shall come to pass in that day, said the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and I will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves off him. Yeah, and that is actually the case, man. Okay. Just look on what the rich people do with our money. Okay. They actually buy weapons. Okay. For a war that nobody wants, for a war that nobody needs, no war just to make, I don't know, man. Okay. But a lot of stuff, a lot of corrupt stuff is happening with us, since we're born, man, in this system. Okay. Second Esdras 9:13, and therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is created. Yeah, in the dream I wasn't thinking about, why now to, punish them for stabbing me, I mean, who cares, in the end they will get their judgment anyway, and I was not feeling so, I was not feeling in a situation really to fight them like right now, because I believe they had even some different kind of stabbing stuff in their hand, man. I don't know, man. Hey, just crazy stuff happening. I believe there were even more people. I couldn't really see it, and that's why I just wanted to move out of there. Okay, I believe the whole situation was a real crazy situation. Yeah. Okay. So really a crazy situation. I believe if I had that dream before I was taking the oil on that day, the new oil, like I said, the new vitamin push that I have. I always had other stuff which is not that good. I would react completely different. Maybe like this is something too stressful or something. But it wasn't too stressful. In that situation it was just like kindergarten, man. I was really feeling like this is kindergarten, man. Like, you can stab me all you want, man, Like, remember Kakashi in Itachi's Genjutsu, which I don't watch that shit anymore. Okay. Animes in general, okay. What I do sometimes if I watch animes, I just click on YouTube on the anime fight. Sometimes even I watch some episodes, but like, don't give these Japanese people a chance to make anime your reality. Okay, it's good that we have Dragon Ball Z and these things, but really they are all just a copy. Okay, so the real stuff is real world. Okay, of course. But some things you just think about, how can it be? That it's like a perfect copy of those of this nation, which is Israel. Sometimes, okay. Like, they are Kakashi, man, really. So but in that dream I felt like this is kindergarten, man. Okay, you really think I fear some stabbing around women? Okay, I also don't fear stabbing around men. Okay, especially here in Germany, every second dude that you pass on the street possibly has a knife trying to stab you. Okay, that's reality. you know. No, it's just like, that a lot of how can I say? a lot of nightmares, are really nightmares, but this was a complete different situation since I had that super nutrition in my blood, It felt like, not too special. My mood was really like completely normal, okay? Of course, a little bit hurry, okay? But too much hurrying and panicking makes you also to do a flaw, to do a false move or something, okay? So of course he was like keeping it cool. Okay, so really, I just know that when I came out, I was taking a big breath, and then it was basically over. And when I woke up, okay, I felt like if what was that? But really like a proof to me myself that I move without fear. Okay, but also a use of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, because it's not the way in these last days to fight all people that fight you. Okay, you have to learn that everywhere where you are, you always learn the same thing. Okay, not fighting bad with good, basically. Okay, scripture talks about that. Trust me, I was reading it. Oftentimes, actually, last time I was reading it, maybe 3 or 4 months ago. Okay, trust me. If you don't know that verse, look for it. There, don't fight bad with bad, but overcome it with good. I know how it might seem hard sometimes, okay, but trust me, in these last days there will be so much affliction still coming that you think how I made it to be that person that really just sees all that and is still keeping it cool. And that's what the truth to the matter is, okay? Don't be bossy in other men's business. I just talked about it with a with a person that I know, okay, about today every fight on the street that you see, okay? I don't talk only about Arabians, okay? Talk about human beings in general. If you if you if you if you just go into it like it's your fight or like it's your thing, then you will maybe see that they knife you. Okay, it's that time. Okay, you might look like you are some Israelite with swag, and you have these different cousins, and they don't care. Okay, people kill themselves, kill each other about a fucking chicken wing. Okay, you hear that kind of shit all day. We are in these days, okay? Every last fight that you see on the street is really every fight that you shouldn't be involved in, which is not your business. Okay, I mean that really serious. Why? Because you hear it. Okay, brothers do videos about it in America. How bad you think it is here in Germany? You just have it all basically being put under the under the table, because you have a really wicked and corrupt system here, which most of the stuff it won't come out even. Okay, over there in America, I believe they're just a little bit more open with it, which opens the people's minds, I believe. Okay, for a lot of things, but here they just hide it from you. Okay, to keep the people even more dumb. Okay, yeah, man. That's also why you may be allowed to have guns in certain states in America. I don't know. But, it always has a good and a negative side to it, so who cares really, okay? Who cares? But what we know is that it's the time wherever you are, okay, where you don't want to be involved in whatsoever if it's not your business. Okay, it can cost you. your peace. As Isaiah 54 and 17. Yeah, because no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. And it's like that dream is a little bit ago, not that, but it was already a little bit ago when I woke up in that night. So really, it's just a dream in general that I can't remember all the details to the last full extent. But I mean, every last thing of it, every last detail. But maybe she wasn't stabbing me, or she tried to, and she was missing me. I don't know. Okay, but what I know is I was really near to her, and she had a long ass knife. Okay, a really long knife. Like, this was no knife, but also no sword. Okay, some creepy, I don't know, ritual Amalekite shit of sword. Sort of, I don't know, man. Okay. But she had dark hair, I believe, also, so she was not Nazi. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. She can be a Amalekite having blonde hair, that doesn't matter. Okay, I just try to make you understand how she was looking. And she was also... and she was trying to stab me. Yeah, and you know it from these movies, those women are really crazy. I just saw something today that women when they a baby, a toddler, they have more, they make their parents, I believe, what is it said, 24 times more stress than man children. Okay, so I don't know. Well, I can already know that. Okay, just look how they behave in general. Okay, just living to do exact the same opposite what the scripture says. Okay, having some kind of righteousness, at least some. Thinking first. Okay, of course we manfolk also up, but we first try it righteous, and then we sometimes fall, and then we stand up again. Okay, what they think first they try it with unrighteousness, and if that doesn't work, because you have always wicked people out there which they can't really deal with, also, even if they're women, what happens is they try it with a little bit more righteousness, but the problem is that they always first try it with unrighteousness. They first try it with unrighteousness before they start doing it righteous. Okay? So yeah. Which this is, you have to think about, if we write from right to left, they write from left to right. Okay? This is, and thou shalt condemn. Yeah. And every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, said the Lord. Yeah, if, he's against you, who can be for you, who can be against you in general, like really, this is also a proof that we are in a really bad time, and you doing nothing wrong to get that extra vitamins from somewhere, just to make sure that you got a dot more than you actually need. Okay, because that dot more maybe makes your I don't know, makes your day a little bit better in the Lord. Okay, first and foremost. Okay, first work on what is it? Yeah, make the kingdom your first priority, and the rest follows. Okay, so it's always first about what does benefit you in the relationship with the Lord Yahweh Hashem Shai, and then different other stuff. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't have a certain stability in your life. Okay, this comes of course automatically if you again serve the kingdom, then you automatically serve with the holiness that comes with it. You automatically serve yourself as just so much that you can resist against all that evil coming to you, having a stability. Okay, but I think that is the point in this video. I don't want to keep it too long. With that, all praises to Yahweh Hashem Shai Hashem Kakadash. Okay, don't forget to look up. Your salvation is near. Okay, the clouds. I take that oil the second day now, and I even see the clouds different. Okay, nobody can tell me that it's that oil is not responsible for that. Nobody can tell me that. Okay, bitch, please. Okay, why is it that I always look at the clouds and they look completely different, like before I took that oil? How is that? So with that, shalom.